Hello. I ran into some issues installing this Baldwin Prestige Series Smart Key lock, and there were no videos, so I thought I would make one to help everyone else out. The instructions only have 3 steps, and they're not very helpful. The other things that come with this lock, you'll see there's 2 keys, separate instructions, and a little device to help you re-key the lock. There's a video on the Baldwin website for how to do that, so I'm not going to cover that in this video. You have the strike plate that goes on the door frame. The longer screws will go with the strike plate. The shorter screws in this package are actually going to be used to attach the latch to the door. Then you'll have these 2 screws in a separate package, which are the screws to attach one side of the doorknob to the other once you have it on the door. The knobs are separate, and you'll attach those using set screws. You have the actual mechanism with the thumb lock on one side and the key lock for the exterior side. It comes with an Allen wrench to do the set screws. And the latch actually comes with this rounded plate, and it also comes with a square plate. And there's instructions that are pretty decent that come in the packaging for how to switch out the square plate and the round plate, so I'm not going to cover that. I need the round plate for my door. It also comes with this little device, which fits over the end of the latch. So if it's a tight fit, you can use a hammer, and you can hammer this part in so you don't damage the latch at all when you're installing it. The first step on the instructions is to adjust and install latch. They explain that you need to measure from the outer part of the door to the center of the hole for the doorknob to figure out if you have a 2 3/4 inch opening or a 2 1/8 inch. I didn't do that. I just stuck it in there, and if the hole was in the middle of the door, of the hole, then I was good, but I wasn't, so I needed to adjust it. But you can see here on the side, on both sides, there's this little pin that sticks out, and all you have to do is pull it up and push it back. And you can see I was able to do it one-handed. It slides right out, and that's the size that I needed for my door. So it'll be one of those 2 positions that you'll need, and you just need this opening, this crescent-shaped opening, to be in the center of the hole. So when you insert the doorknob, the device can slide through that crescent-shaped hole. Okay, as you can see, I have installed the strike plate on the door frame. It's really important to make sure that this rounded part is facing inside, so that when the latch comes, it can slide in and then click into place. I've also installed the latch using the screws that were provided. And when you're installing the latch, you want to make sure that it's slanted down towards the exterior, so that when it hits the strike plate, it slides in and then is able to click into place. Okay, getting ready to install the lock. The key part is going to go to the exterior, and the black part of the interior is going to slide into that crescent-shaped hole that we talked about earlier. So there's the crescent-shaped hole, and the black is going to slide in like this. And you'll notice that you're going to have a hard time getting it to slide through. So you're going to use your other hand to push in the latch so that you can slide it through. Once you've pushed in the latch and you've slid it in, you're going to fit the 2 tubes for the screws. You're going to fit those in. One will go into the hole to the right, and the other one will go in that blank space on the left. This is what it looks like from the other side once you've installed the exterior lock. You see the 2 tubes for the screws have lined up on the left and the right, and the mechanism has gone through the center. Getting ready to install the thumb lock, you'll see that it easily spins right now as it's separate from the rest of the mechanism. Don't let it throw you off when you start to install it and it won't turn. I spent 45 minutes trying to figure out why it won't turn. And as it turns out, the set lock the screw that sets the doorknob on the other side actually won't allow this to turn until the doorknob is completely installed. So don't let that throw you off. Also, as you're sliding this part of the mechanism onto the rest of the mechanism, you can, if it's not sliding on, you can just easily turn this a little bit, and then once it's lined up, it'll slide right on. Again, there's the crescent shape, so we're going to match that up to the black piece on the other side of the lock. So there's the black part. That's going to go inside of the crescent, just like this. Okay, I've gotten both sides of the mechanism into the door, and don't be alarmed again if the thumb lock shouldn't be turning right now because of the set screw on the other side. You can see that I inserted the 2 longer screws that came with the packaging. And this is the most difficult part. You'll see as the screw goes through, it's going to have to line up and make sure that you get it inside the tube on the other side so that you can actually screw the 2 halves together. The way that I do this is I use a Phillips screwdriver and I push one screw through all the way and get it started, and then that kind of locks everything into place, and then I'm able to more easily line up the other side. So I got both screws into the cylinders, the tubes on the other side, and got them started, and then I pushed the mechanism all the way to the door. And the nice thing about this lock is that because the doorknob is not already attached, there's plenty of room to use a drill or an electric screwdriver to make your work a little bit easier and drill those the rest of the way in. So now you can make sure that this turns, and it does, but this still won't turn. Okay. On the interior side of the door, the set screw is on the right side, and you will use the Allen wrench that they provided, this Allen wrench, and you will remove that screw, slide the doorknob on, line up the hole that's on the doorknob with the hole that's on the mechanism, and then you'll insert the set screw and use the Allen wrench to tighten it down. This is not the same process that's on the other side, so don't let that throw you off. So you insert the Allen wrench like this, turn it towards the door until it's all the way out, and it will stick on the end of the Allen wrench. Next, you're going to slide the doorknob on. When you slide the doorknob on, make sure that the hole in the knob is on the right side so that it exactly goes over the hole in the lock mechanism. And then you will reinsert the set screw, and this time you will twist it towards yourself until it's all the way in. This side of the door is now done. The set screw is all the way in nice and tight. You'll notice that this still won't turn, but don't let that throw you off. Once we finish installing the other doorknob and finish the set screw, then that will begin turning. With the exterior side of the doorknob, you'll see again on the right hand side, you'll see a set screw right here. But that is actually not the side that you're going to be screwing. There is a hole on the opposite side right here. And once you slide the doorknob on, then you will insert the Allen wrench on this side and screw it so that the other side comes out. This part right here will come out, and it will fit into an indentation that is inside the doorknob opposite of the hole. So there's the hole inside the doorknob, and you can see the indentation on the other side. So the hole on the doorknob will go on the left-hand side over that hole. It slides in. You use the Allen wrench and turn it until the doorknob is nice and secure. All right, so I turned the Allen wrench towards myself until now it won't turn anymore. It's nice and secure. Pull out the Allen wrench. Give the doorknob a good tug. It's on there nice and sound. The doorknob will turn. And if we go onto the inside and check the thumb lock, and it turns. So everything now is installed. Hope this helped.